Aloha, all you beautiful going to Hawaii gangsters. Look where we are. It is nice and windy. Windy. I'll muffle the mic a little bit. They'll cut back on the wind noise maybe, but the wind is why we have such cool waves today, huh? Check that out. How's the wind? Is the wind block good enough for you guys? Hopefully. I'll make a couple of adjustments here real quick. All right, that's about as good as I'm going to get the audio. Being on this side of the street. Oh, Dale, how are you? Carlos and LC, Diane K. Hey, Diane, did you get your things figured out? Actually, I better let you and Terry handle it. I think she already did. If not, she's on it, or you guys are in communication. Aloha, Samantha, Cat Roy, how are you? Dana, good to see you. It is glowy. Yeah, man, it would be choppy out on Holokai today, huh? Let's walk that way. Is the audio okay? I mean, the wind's not too bad. I really can't, unless I mute it completely, but I think you kind of want to hear the wind a little bit. We are at Leahi Park at the base of Diamond Head. Diamond Head's right back there. That's Diamond Head. That's Diamond Head Drive or Loop. We may get splashed. I've seen a couple of pretty good choppers come up over the wall. That's okay. This kind of sugar don't melt, man. I kind of want it to splash so you guys can see it. Boom. It went right in my mouth. Boy, sure smells all oceany. Aloha Charlotte from Indiana. Aloha Harold, Ronald Petty, Jacqueline. This is the walkway behind Diamond Head Road, which is straight through that way. That's one of the beach parks, and this is Leahi Beach Park, which is right here and around the corner. Right here, right along that walkway. And these are the lights I've talked about a number of times that they have illuminating at night. There's one of the gates that go into the private homes there. That particular door is the one that goes to that place that has the 4 homes like a compound. We've seen that where the bougainvilleas are. That's that house, or that's that compound area. Well, Sandy, how are you? And Robin. It's normally very calm over here, if you guys recall. Almost every time it's very, well, it's not calm, but it's like 70% less than what this is right now. But this is cool to see, I think. Here, I'm going to lock this down for just a second, maybe get a reel out of it. Hang on. Are you speaking to me, Cat Roy, about me moving out here? Or someone else moving to Hawaii? When the waves are really active like this, oh man, that was a good one. I think you guys missed it. When the waves are really active like this, way out there, I mean, the colors of the ocean just really, oh, this one may get me. Oh. Nope. Boy, the colors of the ocean really change. Very distinctive aquamarine, very kind of a pale, almost a light aquamarine, you know, like the stone, the precious stone aquamarine. And then very dark, it's almost black out there at the very edge of the horizon. Yeah, let's time this right. Let's not get in the middle of that, any of this nonsense right here. Hello, sir. Any luck today?
Small and little.
What are you fishing for? Oh yeah. Excellent. I hope you get a bunch. Oh, he has a couple of rods out there. He's got a rod here. He's got one right there. That opia, remember that opia, that fish, that kind of a square, I think it's a square, it looks almost like a perch, but it's a saltwater fish. It's beautiful. I think that's the one. That's opia. Sit here for a second, let you guys enjoy that, and then I'm going to make a couple adjustments here. Yeah, Judy, it's a tough place to be from. Small kind? You can see I'm holding the camera as still as I can. You can still see how windy it is here. Very, very windy. I'm drinking up. I have to drink out of this dented one because I don't have any good new ones, but I'll find them. Yeah, the fish. Yeah, that's what I meant. I think the ones he's looking for is that opia. Isn't the opia the one that's kind of shaped like a hand? It's like about the size of my hand, maybe like that kind of rounded face. I'm just going to let the lens get water on it because the waves are going to hit it, and then I'll wash it. I'll wipe it off before we go further. No, we didn't see whales, but if we were, we could have gone back on. If you buy a ticket for whale watching and you don't see a whale, you get to go free the next time. That Holokai that's a heck of a deal, man. For I think it's 53 or 56 bucks. You go on a trade winds. They have open bar. I mean, I'm not encouraging you to go out and get completely wasted out of your mind, but they have like, I thought they had, you know what I thought? I thought they had Mai Tais and soda. But man, they make everything. They made Jack and Coke, and another guy had like champagne, and I think Margot Mandy had champagne and orange juice, a margarita. They have a whole bunch of drinks that they list off at the beginning. I've never had it on there, but anyway, it's open bar. And then if you go on the trade winds, I think it's $53. I think that's what it is. You can take half of that credit and apply it to another ticket for either their Turtle Canyon snorkel tour, or their sunset cruise, or their sunset and fireworks cruise. I think that's a heck of a deal. I think I'll have an announcement hopefully next week about a morning coffee cruise that we've talked about a number of times. I think Linda and I have talked about it. We're going to go do a morning coffee cruise. If you guys don't know about it, it's called, is Linda on here? It's called Amore Coffee, or Amore Sail, or Amore something. Well, that guy just got punished by that wave. Where that guy was standing, here, I'll put it down there. You can see the wave right there. I'm not trying to put him on blast, but he was standing by the rail anyway. that fisherman, he was standing over there, got wrecked by that wave. Linda, what's it called? Amore Sail, or Amore Cafe, Cafe Amore? It's a small, kind of nice. Linda, have you done it, or you just saw it? We just posted for them when we reached out to them again. They're like, "Oh yeah, that'd be great." I'm going, "Man, we messaged you guys like 8 or 10 times. Like, yeah, we don't check our messages." I'm like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me." At least I tell you guys up front, I don't check them. Vita Mia, there you go. Thank you. Why did I think it was Amore something? But yeah, but that's it. You're right, Linda. It's a beautiful little boat. It's not a tiny boat, but it's a small boat. They have I believe they have like a little breakfast type buffet type thing based on the pictures. But I think that's if you do an event or a group event or something like that, that may be something some of you guys want to get together in October. I'll check it out. We'll do a live stream. Actually, I'll probably take Wendy because she's into that kind of stuff, and she would be the one to ask about it. But you go out, they have like coffee, and I think they go like 3 times a day or 4 times a day. You can look on their website what Linda wrote there. It's called Vida Mia. Vida Mia. Vidamia. Vida Mia. Beautiful little boat over there by the harbor. I think they're like, don't hold me to this. I will have all the information once we get the event settled. But I think it's like 6, 10, and 12 or something. And then they do something at night, or they'll do some other things. But they were interested. Stephanie Anderson said, we did that coffee cruise. So what did you think about it, Stephanie? Was it worth doing? Oh, really nice, she says. Really nice. Linda says, I think it's $99 for the breakfast cruise. I'll get all the links and information. I talk to the guy, and then I'll have Terry, we'll make up an event. Anything like that, we're doing an event. We won't just do a pop-up and run up on them. If I do let me take the mic and do something here. So if I do this, is this too windy for you guys? I want you to kind of hear the waves if you can. And the wind is just part of it. This is the other side going towards Waikiki. That's a public beach right there. Anybody can go on it. And if you guys remember the other day, and I think there's a stream up already, a clip of it, me walking along that little walkway over there. That's it right there. That's that little surfer's walk. Let me know if the wind is too much. Definitely worth it, Stephanie said. Saw dolphins on the cruise. Let me see. Definitely saw dolphins on the cruise. They stopped a while so we could watch them. Stephanie, they leave out of that first harbor right there in front of Ilikai, correct? And did you do breakfast, or was it just coffee, or do you have the choice, or what? Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you have information you could share, that'd be great. Otherwise, we're going to have all the information. Oh, Tim Tams are terrible. You don't want them. If you have any, send them my way. I'll dispatch of them. Stephanie said, yes, correct. It was both coffee and breakfast bar. Oh, okay. How long does the cruise last? Is that electric?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it can handle the abuse. They need some.
It looks rugged, man.
Huh?
It looks rugged.
It is pretty rugged. It can handle the salt water too. It's all aluminum.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so.
Aluminum, man, that's neat.
I tried to do that on purpose, but it took like 15 seconds for it to fall.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, let me set it up. I know it won't stand for long.
Yeah.
I thought it would just fall right over.
Yeah.
That would be funny. But then it took like 10 or 15 seconds for it to actually...
Too long.
But that's the good thing about these things. You can, if you got a pickup truck or even an SUV or even a Prius.
You can throw it in the back?
Toyota Prius, you can throw it in the back. You can lay it on its side. There's no gas that's going to spill.
Yeah.
There's nothing that will spill.
Yeah. So it does get greasy and all that. So that's good.
Yeah, there's no grease. There's no smell. It won't harm the bike even if it's upside down. The bike can be upside down for as long as you want.
Yeah.
It will never harm it.
Yeah.
It's all electric. There's nothing to harm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Water might not be so good, but they are waterproof. They come like super waterproof.
That's excellent.
That's what people don't realize. You know, like back in the day when these first were invented, like 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, everybody's like, "Oh, you can't get it wet. You can't get it wet. It's an electric bike, you dummy."
Yeah.
Oh, really? Because I will, and I am, and I did.
Yeah.
I did. Oh, who's the dummy now? I fucking rode it right through the beach.
Yeah.
You know, like I went into the water, back out, and it was still okay.
That's good. That's good. Good vehicle, man.
Saltwater, maybe not such a good thing, but the freshwater, people have been going into like the freshwater rivers in the island, like deeper in the island. And the freshwater, probably fine. The saltwater might be harmful.
Yeah, it's too corrosive for anything,
over
even. Yeah.
Time, yeah, for anything, yeah, over time. That's why I never usually come out here, but I sure will.
Yeah.
I get a new bike like every couple days.
Excellent, man.
Yeah. This will be someone else's problem one day. Just kidding.
All right, man. Enjoy.
It's good fun, yeah. I'm going to start coming out here about once a day, hopefully. I was here yesterday, back today. Bring my kids out here because my kids need to enjoy the water. You know, like, we never actually go to the beach anymore for a couple years. And, like, what was I thinking? We need to actually go to the beach.
That's right.
Through the bike, you got free gas.
That's right.
Look at it, free gas.
That's right. Enjoy, man.
That was good. I got to get a picture like that. Are you filming?
Yeah, I'm live streaming.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
On YouTube?
No, Facebook.
Oh, cool. I got really on Facebook. I got to try and get a picture of that wave coming up the car. That's too funny. Yeah. Even with my truck, though, I have a Yukon Denali and an Escalade, an old Escalade. People are like, these stupid rich white people. I'm like, okay, I may be stupid, but I'm not rich, and I'm only halfway.
They weren't close at all, were they?
Yeah, I know, right? They were like fucking point. They were 160. Right. I'm like, yeah, I may be stupid, but I'm not white. I'm not rich. I only have
Stephanie says, pastries, fruit, cheeses, finger type. All right.
Even if you wreck your own stuff, whatever. I bet you still run too. Woo.
Finger food type things, kind of buffet style. You can eat and drink. How many people do they put on there, Stephanie? Not many, right?
It's good. It'll be all right.
Yeah, man, shut up. It was good for a few minutes. Aloha, Glenn. Good to see you. Marlene.
All right. See you later.
See you. I know it. Yeah, it's been blowy like this for almost all day. Couple cargo ships out there, a big old tugboat. It's amazing how far those tugboats get away from the actual boat itself to tow them out. And I wonder why they're towing them out. They may not be towing them right now, because that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to be towing them that far out from the harbor. But maybe they are, I don't know. No thanks. Here, maybe you guys want to see that over there at the beach a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if they're towing it out there, or Kelvin, or not. It's just it's a long way. I mean, it's like several hundred yards in front of it. I don't know why they tow that far ahead, or they're either towing it or they're just going out ahead of it for some reason. I don't know. You rarely see them out like that far, but then you'll see them stop and turn around, and then the tug will start going back to the harbor. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. They may not be towing them to get for not under power. They may be towing them because they can't go at all. Yeah, I never thought of that. Man, it is blowing. I'm trying to hold the camera still, and it's on the stand with my hand. Yeah, that's true. But I don't think they'd be taking a cargo ship. They don't take big cargoes over to Maui, do they? I don't think that. I've seen moderate sized ships, but not like massive, like that one. That's a huge container carrier. There's been a cargo ship. I don't know if it's still out there now, but it's been there for like about the last week, right in front of just this side of the harbor, right in front of Kakako waterfront. It's been parked out there. I think it has maybe some registration or paper issues or something. Oh yeah, Maui maybe too, Molokai. This guy catch something right here. See him reeling it in. Ta-da! There you go. Down, down, down. Caught something. I wonder what that is. We see those fish all the time when we're out streaming. Remember? Just a stripe. It's almost like those. It's not, but it kind of looks like those Sergeant Majors that you see everywhere. That's more of a perch style. I don't think he wants it. I think he's going to throw it back. Full of Aussies. Yeah, he didn't keep it. I don't think he wants it. Oh yeah, man, that's crazy, Lance. That they go through your social media before they let you come. Oh, did you see the what biggest tuna? Yeah, that may have been the largest in Kauai, but that's not the largest ever. There's those tuna get, the big blues are massive. They get over 1,000 pounds. That 300 is a big tuna, boy. That'll bring a bunch of money if they get that over to the fish market, fish auction. When do they check it? Do they check it before you get to, before you leave Australia? Man, I just licked my lips. I have salt all over my face from getting smashed in the face with that wave. Just this view here is peaceful, isn't it? Desi is from Indonesia. Welcome aboard. Yeah, they catch some tuna down in Cabo and marlin down there that are just massive. Not like Australia massive, but massive. God, that's crazy. Well, good luck. Good luck, Lance. Let's watch this boy cast this. Oh, they did? Yep. That's cool. When I spent a lot of time down in Cabo, even around Playa del Carmen around there, there's always a marina restaurant. They all will cook the fish for you, but it was kind of gimmicky to do it at the one there in Cabo just because there were so many people. There were a lot of tourists there, and it's more of like an experience than anything else. And there was the harbor has a big, the corner, and they had like two slips right in the very front where they would very specialize in bringing the big fish in. So if somebody had a big fish, they'd back it up, and it was a big deal. And they had another area down the harbor. It was not, or the marina where it's not. They put all the other fish, but there'd be tourists that'd be waiting at the bar there and the restaurant, and they would just say, "Oh, if there's a big tuna coming in or a big marlin coming in, if you want to get, a sandwich or a tacos or a steak or whatever," and people line up and they pay like down there like 2 or 3 times the price they should have. But it was an experience. It was really cool for them to see. They all got excited. Kids would go out there and they'd bring that big marlin in, and those guys who were just experts, they'd attack that marlin like no one's business, and just they'd cut steaks off that sucker, and they had a grill kind of in the front part that was like about 12 foot long, about 3 foot deep, and they'd just start cooking marlin and mahi and snapper and dorado. Oh, that got me. Oh, all right. That must be our notice to go. All right, let's start heading back. They'd make ceviche too. They'd chop it up right there, just let it sit on the, let it sit with that tomato and lime and onion. You just sit out there in the sun for a little bit, and then they'd pass out these taco chips that these ladies would be making. There's like a taco chip restaurant. That's all they did, or a kitchen rather, not restaurant. That's all they did is tortillas, flour tortillas, burrito tortillas, and chips. And you'd go down there and get a bag of these freshly made chips, and they're all inconsistent and kind of greasy with the, but man, they were just made like minutes before, and you'd sit there and eat that ceviche and drink a Sol beer or a Corona or, God forbid, a Foster's. It's wonderful. It probably didn't taste perfect, but man, it tasted perfect. You remember it tasting perfect, being the best beer, best ceviche you ever had. Aloha, Chris and Diane. Karen, good to see you. And our metalhead of the group, Dana. Yeah, Mexico. Mexico has a piece of me, man. Down past, or before and right in the middle of Rosarito in Mexico, just past the border and past Tijuana, there's a place called Puerto Nuevo that's well known for lobster. They have lobster farms out in the water. And man, you could get, this is like 3 years ago, you could get 2 lobster tails, refried beans, homemade flour tortillas, and I mean homemade, boy, flour tortillas, rice, and I think a drink for like $19. They were like big lobster tails, but they were about, you know, that big enough, you know. And when you went into the restaurant, O'Brien's was the name of the, they had 2 O'Brien's at one at either end of the marina. And they had an oven in the very, and they did it for effect, and it worked. They had these 2, they always had 2 ladies in the front, they're just rolling out these fresh flour tortillas, and they throw them on the side of the oven and cook them. Oh my God. They bring them straight to your table. They also made sopapillas. You know, sopapillas, you know, like a little calzone, but nothing in it. They'd put fresh Mexican honey in it and butter. Shut up. We'd be in La Jolla having coffee or breakfast or something, and a friend of mine would say, let's go get lobsters in a spa. You want to? Yep. 30 minutes later, we were in Mexico. 40 minutes, we were pretty close to on our way there to Puerto Nuevo. Down there, it's right by the studio where they did Titanic. They shot a lot of Titanic and Pirates of the Caribbean down there. Oh, I don't want to get right there. Oh, they got me. Oh, got me again. Okay, let's not go out there. We got super lucky. We shot a documentary series for the country of Mexico, so we got to go to all the Started off with like 11 of the top tourist destinations, and went to 14, then went to 17. And believe it or not, by the time you got to about the 10th or 12th destination, because we shot everything, we had to shoot it from the perspective of a tourist. So we shot all the senior frogs. We went out and did snorkeling and scuba and parasailing, and down on the beach, went to the nightlife, and you did it from. And if you've ever been to Mexico, you know they have a series of bars called O, like Daddy O, Baby O, Jackie O, Shawnee O, Charlie O. Had to go to all those. It seems daunting, doesn't it, have to do that? What a terrible. But man, we went everywhere, to all over Mexico City and Cabo San Lucas and Ixtapa, Tulum, Playa del Carmen, Cancun, if I didn't say it, Cozumel. Oaxaca. It was fun. We did the same thing for a semiconductor manufacturing company called Amkor, AMKOR. They do a lot of private labeling semiconductor manufacturing. So when Intel says they do their semiconductor modifications, they don't do all of them. There's a blue line. They do private labels, but they do it in countries like we went to Taiwan and shot, Philippines, Korea, down in Gwangju, Korea, and down by it was outside of the town of Makati and Manila, Philippines. And we would go to these. We were staying at this super nice hotel in Makati, Philippines. We'd get in these buses. They take us to the factories, the semiconductor manufacturing, and you would go down these streets. It turned into a dirt road, then to a bad dirt road, then a bad muddy dirt road, and then a bad dried muddy dirt road. And there were literally fields of rice and ox and all that kind of stuff, and it was like little huts, like cardboard huts, and like just some of the worst poverty you'd ever see. And then down at the very end of the street there was started concrete, and there was like big trees, and you go through that concrete driveway, and there was this huge 500,000 or 600,000 square foot phase 3 it's the highest level clean room in the world. It's all robotic in the middle of nowhere, but they had so many people that they would come and have work there. It was an economic thing. I'm rambling on about stupid stuff. Nothing, it doesn't matter. It was the Philippines I was talking about. Oh, where are we walking? I'm sorry, where are we talking? This is Kaimana neighborhood. That's Kaimana Hotel right up there. This is the Elks Lodge. This is the walkway to go up to the lookout for Diamond Head. That's Diamond Head. That's the fountain. That's the street. You just got to watch where you're going, Lance. You can get into. I can take you to a beautiful mall, Plaza Rio, in Tijuana. Beautiful mall, wonderful restaurants around there. Gosh, El Guapo, El Grill. There's a Brazil restaurant that has some of the best steak you'll ever have in your life. But about 2 blocks this way or 2 blocks that way, you can find yourself in every ounce of trouble you would ever want and may never get out of. That's a fact. We went to that place in the Philippines, had 3 plants like that, 3 separate plants. And they were all in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And, you know, they had to, run all that power and everything to those places. And they had kids. It was their job. They weren't their kids. They were about that tall. However old, you know, 12 something. And they'd go around and get the snakes. There were snakes that would be all over the place because the building would be like right here and the jungle was right there. They wouldn't clear out like a whole bunch of area there because you don't need it for parking. The only parking they needed was for the buses that they put the employees on. So the building ran right up to wherever the building stopped, and then the jungle was right there. And we were sitting outside with all of our kits. So I brought all of our gear. We had a 18-foot jib crane. We had 2 steady cams, had 2 cameras, the whole 9 yards. And we were going to be shooting all digital, what have you. So we're sitting out there having a coffee like right before all the workers were coming for a shift change because they wanted to shoot all the workers coming in and going out. And there's a little kid kind of a little bit over here, and he's kind of walking really, you know, kind of pensively, just kind of walking and staggering like this. And this guy who is our operator, our handler over there, starts screaming at him, telling him to get out, because, you know, we're going to start shooting all this stuff. And the kid's yelling back at him. He says, "Oh, he has one over there. Let's get it. Let's let him get it before we start shooting." And so he starts bam, 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 bam. And he's got this stick with a metal thing on the end of it. And he reaches down and he starts waving. He says, "Okay." And he throws his snake over his shoulder, starts running back out of the shot. And he stands over here and starts watching us shoot with this snake over his shoulder. And I said, "What's he doing?" He goes, "Oh, they're like," he told over time, I found out they were just wranglers, and they would get these ultra poisonous snakes out of the walkway so no one would get bit. And they didn't want any of the VIPs, because one of the places we were shooting, the VIPs for Amcor were going to fly in, and they didn't want anyone getting bit and dying while the bosses were there. Oh, I love Mexico. Mexico is all me, man. This is Kaimana Beach. That's Kaimana Hotel. I should have been not talking and telling you what was there. That's Kaimana Beach. I'm sorry, Kaimana Hotel. That's Kaimana Beach. Boy, there's nothing blocking this wind. Yikes. I'll let you take a look at it. I know it's really windy, guys. I mean, man, a lot. I'll bet you it's just righteous over in Waikiki right now. Oh, who was that posted something about having kangaroos in their front yard and had some those kiwi ducks in their yard? And she said one of the kangaroos had a baby or something. Posted it to the group. That was kind of cool. Just in your front yard, what's up? A kangaroo comes jumping in. Kaimana Hotel. Kaimana. K-I-M-A-N-A. Kaimana. Oh, K-I-M-A-N-A. Kaimana. Yeah. K-I-M-A-N-A, Kaimana. It used to be the former New Otani Hotel. It is a bit pricey for wherever it is, and right next to it is the Lotus. We rarely even talk about that. It's rarely advertised. How they stay in business, I don't know. It's a former W Hotel, but it's pricey as well. Hello, Aggie Wells. Man, look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at all that. Look how far out it's not really even breaking. It's just a big old lineup of whitecaps there. But I'll bet you it's breaking out here in Waikiki because it's so shallow. Maybe they're surfing on it. That's the natatorium right there. I think this lady thinks I'm stalking her. Watch, she's gonna slow down. Oh, did it get you? Oh, it did get the